Right, hello everybody, and welcome to another video on Gilesy and Steve. This time it's my match preview of sorts, as Gilesy said in his video yesterday. We couldn't get together this week because of work and the fact that I am absolutely dying. I've got the man cold or the man flu. It's enough to kill 15 Jordans easy, but you know me, I'm tough as all boots. So I'm plodding on. Yes, Watford away on Saturday. But before we get on to that, do us a favour, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Right, now that's out of the way. Look back at the Borough game. What a performance, what a controlled performance it was. I did say at half time on the match vlog, I thought they were probably the better team, although we were 1-0 up through a moment of magic by Chrissy Rigg. But I thought they were in our half a lot more than what we were in theirs, if that makes sense. But I think the second half we came out, and although we didn't create much more, we stopped them. Patterson didn't have a save to make. We controlled the game, and like Paul said in his video yesterday, they never looked like scoring. Labrie is proven to be quite a tactical genius at this early stage in his Sunderland tenure. But yeah, long may it continue, you know what I mean? Standout performances on Saturday, there's probably too many to mention, to be fair. Like obviously Chrissy Rigg with that moment of magic, with that cheeky little backheel goal. Joe Bellingham is like a man possessed this season so far. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Serkin is, I've said it before, I think he's the best fullback in the league. And we're basically, the way we're playing high press, my boy, Luke, unreal, absolutely unreal. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. People are still on his back all the time. Well, jog on. But Middlesbrough, never looked like scoring. It was a comfortable win in the end, although it was only a 1-0 scoreline. And like I say, I hope Labrie keeps on doing what he's doing and just gets the best out of the players, because everyone's working for each other. And like Paul said yesterday, it's just a joy to watch at the minute. You're looking forward to the games. Like when the back end of last season, you're like, oh, for God's sake, we're going to the match. But now it's like, God, I cannot wait for the next game. I cannot wait for the next game. And like I said, long may it continue, because we've got that strength and depth, which we're going to say. I mean, we've got three midfielders in Riggy, Bellingham and Neil. But then we've got Brown, we've got Samed coming in. We're going to have to find a new right back soon, because Hume's guaranteed to get another yellow card very soon. We've only played 6 games and he's on 4 already. He's some boy, mate, some boy. I'll say a little stat about Hume, and that nobody's made more tackles since the start of last season across all 4 English divisions than Trey Hume. I've said it before, Trey Hume loves a tackle, and we love it when he does it. But yeah, that's a quick summary on the Middlesbrough game. We were all there, we've all seen it. Absolutely fantastic. And now we're going to move on to Watford on Saturday. Watford away, another canny trip down the, well, they've all a canny trip really for us, aren't they? Canny trip down south. Watford this season, they've started off amazing. They really did. They won the first 5 games in all competitions, the first 3 in the league. They were up there with us and West Brom, I believe, after the first 3 games of the season. However, they're without a win in the last 4 games in all competitions. In the league, they've lost in the last 3. They've lost 2 and drew 1. However, they were playing against Sheffield United, Cov and Norwich, so they did have tough opposition. They've scored 10 goals. They've conceded 9, so they're not doing too bad scoring wise, I suppose. But they're leaking in goals, and hopefully we can exploit that on Saturday. Tom Cleverley had them playing good football last season, and let's say the start of this season, brilliant. But they've dropped off a little bit now. Someone was telling me they've got a few injuries, but I've had a look online, and I can only see one player that's injured, but he's missed the last 9 matches or something, so I don't know where they've gotten that from. But of course, all teams, Watford are a good team. Like I say, the start of the season proved that. And they do have players that you like to watch and things like that. When we always mention them, Paul mentioned him yesterday, Moussa Sissoko. I wasn't going to mention him, but just because at one point he was bought for 35 million. He played for them Barcodes down the road. He played for Tottenham. He's got 1 goal this season, but he's 35, 36-year-old. And I don't think Riggy, Job and Neil will be concerned about him at all, to be fair. They've got Georgie Chakfatads. Notice how Paul didn't mention him in his video. I wonder why, because he can't pronounce his name. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists so far this season. He also scored in the Cup. They've got Tommins. Paul mentioned him as well, obviously the son of Paulins. I thought he's 32-year-old, you know, and I thought he was still in his mid-20s. God knows where I got that from. Although he's got 8 goals and assists in the league so far this season. However, in the AFL Cup, 4 goals and 1 assist. So he has got something about him this season. He might be one to keep an eye on, one to watch. You've got Edo Kayembe. He's got 3 goals this season, so he's got off to a good start. And I always mention this guy because he turned us down to go to Watford, and that's Ryan Porteous. He's a centre half or right back. But he seems to always have a mid-game against us. I don't know if it's because he knocked us back to go to Watford. I think he scored against us last season. He's one to watch. He can be a right handful, and like I say, hopefully he has a shite game on Saturday, and Mayenda or whoever's up there plays him off the park. He is a bit of a hothead, so if you wind him up, he does like to bite. And I think some of our players might be quite good at that. Obviously, Robin Straw's in the fouls, Mundell does, Mayenda does. So we'll have to see what comes with it. But Vicar Ridge Road, it's not going to be no easy game. It's not going to be a turn up and walk the game. Although they are in a bit of a slump at the minute, if you can say that. We are playing well. We know that, but I just want us to go there, keep our high press, keep the momentum going, keep working for each other like we have been. Because like me and Jazzy have said, it's just a pleasure to watch, and we're enjoying it. Obviously, me and Paul's going to be doing the live stream on Saturday, so come along and join us. It's normally always a good laugh. I'll probably be coughing and spluttering all the way through, like, because I'll just cough on Paul and it'll be alright. But into Sunderland, I think it'll be the same lineup that played against Ballard. I don't see how we'll change it. The only change I would have made would probably take Neil out, but he's the captain. Neil didn't do nothing wrong. He just wasn't as effective. I still think the weight of that armband's carrying him down, slowed him down a bit. But time will tell. Hopefully he grows into it. Tree Hume, like I mentioned before, he's on 4 yellows. He only needs 1 more for a suspension. And I've wrote down as well, I'd like to see him make subs a bit earlier. He leaves, so far, so good. I trust Big Reg. But I think sometimes he does leave the substitutions till a bit late. I think we're going to get fresh legs on a bit sooner. Or get, like, for example, I've wrote Isidore. I want to see more of Isidore. Coming on for the last 10, 15 minutes. I'd like to see him get at least the last 30. If he's going to be on the bench, bring him on for the last 30, 35 minutes. And let him open his legs. Let's really see what he can do. Having him, with his flair and his ability, running at tired defenders, you don't know what could happen. So I'd like to see that a bit more. But like I say, I do trust it in Big Reg. And Mayenda's been playing brilliant. He only got them 2 goals against Sheff Wed. He's had 2 assists this season as well. But his work rate's been there, his press. Because the press starts from him. And yes, he hasn't been getting back the score sheet. I think he could have, but he's been very unselfish and he's been squaring it instead of shooting. Maybe a bit more balls from him and like having a bit more confidence to pull that trigger. But yeah, I'd like to see some of the subs come on a bit earlier so we can get to see him. I still kind of wait to see Privera when he's in full form, in full flow, sorry, because I've heard that he's a joy to watch as well, like the things he does with the ball. Isidore, he's the right character, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, big shout out to Big Charlie Mepps. He loves the channel, as you know. He told everyone to subscribe to Jazzy and Steve. But he had a cracking debut against Borough. Absolutely cracking. So I can't see him losing his space. I think Ballard will be on the bench. And you can't argue with it. Best centre-half in the league and we're going to have him on the bench. But it is what it is. If you're not conceding goals and you're putting in performances like what we have been lately, like say Porteous in 09, magnificent against Middlesbrough. So for me, you kind of change that. So like I said, I think it's going to be the same lineup. Paul did his score prediction. I think he said 2-1 to Sunderland. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I do. I think they're on a bit of a slump. We not conceded many, to be fair. I know we conceded 3 against Plymouth, but one of them was a penalty and we scored the other one for them. So I'm going to say 2-0 Sunderland. I'm going to say 2-0. See, you weren't expecting to say 3-1 there, weren't you? No, I'm going to say 2-0. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we're going to get 1 in each half. And hopefully I'm right. But that's it. Like I say, Paul did a preview yesterday. That was mine of sorts. You can tell I'm not well. Hopefully I'll be alright tomorrow for the live stream. But other than that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let us know what your score prediction is in the comments. Oh, in the lads!